Let me take it one more time. All right. Get serious, get serious. What's going on, guys? This is Julian Espinoza from Overtime Barbering, and today we're gonna be demonstrating a mohawk. Let's go. So we're gonna go ahead and damp the hair, that way we can start sectioning this top hair from the bottom hair. The top hair, what it's gonna do is it's gonna part where the style would be, and this bottom section that we're doing is going to be what connects the fade into the hairstyle. Now we're gonna part this back section in the middle, and we're gonna make two sections which are gonna be on the left and the right side. Pulling all the hair to the furthest side of the head. This is gonna basically create layers. All the hair that's moving from the cutting point to where we parted it is slightly gonna get longer, so you can see right there. It slowly goes into like this mohawk kind of form where it's short from the sides and then tapers long at the top. And we're gonna do the same thing on both sides. Now we're gonna bring those two sections back to the furthest point of the head. I like to use the occipital bone as my guide essentially, and this is just gonna taper or soften that triangle shape that it's gonna leave. Now the reason why I make that back parting so high is because we're gonna take a part of the previously cut hair and a part of the uncut hair and connect those. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna over direct the hair back a little bit, that way it stays a little bit longer towards the front of the mohawk. Now we're just gonna grab about 1/2 inch sections of the uncut and the previously cut hair and just connect them. And we're just going to do this until all the top hair connects into the sides and into the back. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this hair serum and we're gonna apply it to her bleached hair. The reason why we use hair serum is because we wanna hydrate it. In the process of bleaching and dyeing your hair, for some reason makes it a little bit dry sometimes. So now that we've created the shape, we're gonna add texture. Cut diagonally about halfway down into the hair. Now we're gonna take our blending shears and just texturize the ends of it just a bit. Because we're creating 3 layers of density in the hair. It's gonna help the style hold throughout its duration of the haircut. And this is my favorite part. We're gonna add some hair texture powder, and it's going to add volume to the hair and give it that nice shape that we're looking for. Now that we're getting into the fading process, I got my 2-guard open. Because we already cut the top with shears and everything's nice and blended down, this is gonna be a whole lot easier. We're gonna go with our 2 open, and then our 2 closed, and then our 1.5 open to debulk all the bulk at the bottom. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to demonstrate these 2 things because I like to create a nice even shape before I actually start my guideline for the fade. So So right here, we're gonna flick out like an upside down J or like a candy cane. We're going straight up and out at the top. So I'm gonna take my skeleton trimmers and I'm gonna create that back design part. I'm not really too worried about how the bottom is looking. That's why the lines are a little bit intersecting with each other, because that hair is gonna come off anyway. Now I do wanna apologize because I did forget a piece in the back when I started setting in my guideline. We're gonna set in our guideline with our 00. We're starting our guideline about halfway through the C cup and dropping it down in the back to give it that mohawk look and to keep the hairline dark. We're gonna go ahead and clean that bottom area with the shaver. And everything that we're doing, we're tapering. We're not creating any harsh lines. Everything from the shaver to the 00, it's tapered. That way it's easier later on in the haircut to fade it out. So we're gonna do our 0 open. It's gonna leave a faint line at the bottom. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fade down. Our lever open is gonna set our guideline, and then we're gonna slowly taper down to the lever close. Now I'm gonna use my 1 guard halfway open and start tapering out that guideline. We're not gonna ever use the 1 completely open or ever completely closed. It's always gonna stay halfway open. It's just gonna soften that guide. That way it's a little bit easier to take out with my half guard. So we're gonna take the half and we're gonna go open and then just start slowly fading down to close. We're not gonna hold it flat against the head. I'm gonna find the hair on the bottom of the comb where I use my last guard. Lightly glide the clipper across the comb. This technique, I'm doing a little bit more detailed work at the bottom, so I'm combing it just like if I'm doing clip over comb, but instead of going across, I'm combing upwards in small motions. Now we're just gonna do the same steps on the other side. I'm gonna speed it up just a bit so you could see the process and how long it actually takes. So we got 00, shaver, no guard open, and then slowly fade out that line to no guard closed. Now we're gonna use our 1 guard halfway open to slowly soften up that dark guideline that we've left behind. And now I have my half guard on there, and we're just going to work open to close until that line is completely gone. Digging in, and I'm slowly bringing the top of the comb outwards. That way it can still stay in a squared silhouette and it doesn't rupture the hairstyle. It doesn't dig into the hairstyle. Everything's nice and boxed out and ready for her to style. Clip up the hair in the front. It'll make it a little bit easier for you to see where you're gonna be setting in that line. Now we're just gonna apply some hair enhancements. This is hair fibers. This is a temporary hair enhancement, but if you want it to last longer in the day, what I recommend is spraying on some hairspray at the end just to hold that into, or lock it into place. And again, we're doing everything we do on one side, we're gonna do it to the other side, make everything nice and consistent. Now we're just gonna finish the hairstyle. This is another one of my favorite parts of a haircut, especially a textured style. We're gonna finish it off with some hairspray. Make sure that she can rock this look for the rest of her day. All right, and we're just finishing up the cut. That way it lasts her as long as possible. All right, guys, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and follow me for more. This is how we did the mid Mohawk down to the skin with the textured top. Appreciate y'all.